and welcome to another episode of the Wicked Wicked Late Show with me, Kim. So, listen, I have to start off by saying, if you are one of those die-hard Red Sox fans that are at the game tonight over in Fenway, and you are freezing your butt off, because I know you are, and you're probably cold and wet. Listen, kudos to you, because right now I am nice and warm and comfy in my sweatpants and my nice warm socks, and yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. As much as I so love the Red Sox, I've lived in New England all my life, and I hate the cold. I can't get used to it. I'm such a baby when it comes to that stuff. And it's like, I get a taste of the warm weather, and Mother Nature just takes it right back from me. Ooh. But, so yeah, Red Sox, they are winning right now. It is the, bottom of the 6th, almost the 7th, and it is 3-0, yeah. So, maybe that losing streak is finally over. So, I guess in baseball, if you win 3 in a row, that is officially a winning streak. There was that whole debate on the Sports Hub on my ride home where they're like, I don't know if I'd call that a winning streak, which I have to admit, 3 in a row, that's really not enough to count when you've lost like 10 in a row. But yeah, I'm just excited we're winning. So, where are we at right now? Let's just see. So, yeah, we're still at the bottom of the AL. We are at 22 and 29. The Braves, they're at 28 and 23. So, overall, the American League really sucks, with the exception of the Blue Jays. They're really the only ones who seem to, finally got the whole thing going and, like, oh yeah, I should be playing this season. They have a winning streak of 8 going on, and they're no games behind, which is, awesome for them, not awesome for us. They are 31 and 22. Next in line is the Yankees. Yeah, we really don't care about them, but we'll talk about them anyways, just for, record's sake. They're 27 and 24. Next is the Orioles, 26 and 24. The Rays are 23 and 30, and then there's us, 22 and 29. Hopefully, we'll be next, which I assume would make us tied with the Rays, if not maybe passing them, because we'll be 23 and 29 if we win tonight. So, I don't know how that goes when it goes to records. If you have the same amount won, but less lost. So, I guess that would make us passing the Rays. So, that'd be awesome. Woo-woo! So, what else do I want to talk about tonight? Well, before I get into any of the funny stuff and all that jazz, I just want to touch base on a topic that I talked about yesterday. So, of course, I talked about the whole Jared Remy case, and I was like, oh yeah, good that he actually, decided to take the guilty plea and, whatever, save face for both sides of the family and say blame him, not anybody else, not his family, whatever. But then this morning, I'm getting ready in the morning. My whole thing is to go on BostonChannel.com and see what's going on, weather-wise, news-wise. And I actually caught a clip of everything he said on the stand. This little jerk-tard, I'm sorry. I know he's the son of a Red Sox broadcaster. But, so he decided to stick one last dagger in this poor girl, before he goes away for life. He pretty much blamed her for everything that happened. And I just have to say that he officially is a pissant. Just like the other pissant I've been talking about. That just wasn't cool. And I just had to clarify that, because I was not aware that he had done nor said that. So, Just had to say that, and my heart really goes out to that girl's family. That's just awful. All right, so now let's go to the funny business, people. So, of course, the next two people I'm going to talk about, they're technically not New England sports individuals, but I stumbled across this stuff, and I thought it was freaking hysterical, and I just couldn't resist. So apparently Tiger Woods is not going to be playing in the U.S. Open because he's recovering from a pinched nerve in his back that he had operated on. You know, he's the world number 3 and 14-time major champion. So yeah, back surgery. That must be taking out all those $100 bills to pay those hoes that you cheated on your ex-wife with. Seriously. Like, karma's a bitch, man. I don't feel bad for you. Like, you're lucky that all you got away with was a freaking pinched nerve. Because if I was God, or God was a female, man, I would have gone further south when it came to what you needed to. Oh, Lord Almighty, man. Seriously. God, we need to have a talk. I just do not agree with what karma has hit this man. The fact that he still is raking in the dough, man. I hope his wife is getting killer alimony. Like, beyond alimony. If I was her, I would, like, go for the jugular. I mean, come on. You were married to the hottest female ever. You had to go out and get some? What's wrong with you? And then you're like, oh, I'm a sex addict. Hello, you're a guy. Every guy's a sex addict. Plus, you're freaking a sports dude. On top of that, you're a retard, Tiger Woods. That's all I gotta say. I hope that pinched nerve of yours, like, acts up every now and again when you try to do things that you like to do. And then, you know, it just reminds you of how much you're a jerk. Anyways, all right, next funny business. So, 50 Cent, you know, $100 bills, y'all, decided he was going to throw out the first pitch at a New York Mets-Pittsburgh Pirates game yesterday. So 50 Cent, listen, I don't want to say anything bad because I'm afraid you're going to come and beat me up. But listen, stick to your daytime job. Don't ever try to be a baseball player because, listen, I watched the YouTube video over and over and over again. You cannot throw a ball. You throw it like a girl. And listen, I'm a girl. I throw really bad. You throw like me. You throw it way left. Like nowhere close to the catcher. Like kind of in the dugout. It was bad. And it was live. That's horrible. That's embarrassing. Only 50 Cent can get away with that. You know why? Because nobody but a little girl like me would have the balls to make fun of him. Because they're afraid that he would come and beat them up. Oh yeah, poor 50 Cent. He was laughing about it though. Ugh. I give him props, man. Oh, I could never do that. I would never bother doing that because I know it would just be awful. Hey, listen, at least his ball hit the vicinity of the catcher. Like mine probably would only go like halfway. Like a 2-year-old, like, oh. Let me do that again. Oh. Yeah, whatever. All right, so let's go back to the Red Sox. All right, so Buchholz, Mr. Clay. So yeah, you know he's on the DL for at least 15 days because of supposedly this strained hyperextended knee, whatever the hell, I don't know. But then now he's talking about, and I don't even know why we're talking about this, talking about the fact that supposedly he lost 7 pounds in a game with Atlanta on Monday. Buchholz is like this skinny. He's skinnier than me. Like, if I were to lose 7 pounds, it would all come out of my butt, and you probably wouldn't even notice. I'd be like, whoa! I'd be the happiest girl on the face of the planet. Like, I don't even know, like, if it's humanly possible for Clay Buchholz to lose 7 pounds. It really isn't. Like, in one day? That's not possible. Like, sweating down in that kind of humidity? No, it's not. I've gone down to the Carolinas in the crazy summer heat, and I didn't lose 7 pounds in one day. I would have loved it, but I didn't. Like, I think it was like a big, gigantic dude. Like, yeah, that's possible, but not Clay. So I don't know if I'm buying it. I just think it's like nonsense. They come out and they come up with like a crazy excuse, and then all of a sudden they have this phantom injury, like Napoli and the flu. Like, we already talked about this. CVS, man. I don't know. All right, so tonight at the game, they had this whole ceremonial thing going on with our 2004 World Series championship. Like, they had all the players there and like a pitch going on. And lo and behold, who shows up but Manny Ramirez. So Manny Ramirez did a whole lot of good things for our team. Like, you know, help us win a World Series, which, yeah, cool. But he caused a lot of problems. And I think, though, even though a lot of people were cheering, I'm wondering if there was still that portion of fans that were there tonight that couldn't help but remember how much of a pain in the ass he was when he was here. You know, I mean, seriously. It was like one day he loved us, the next day he hated us, one day he wanted to play, the next day he didn't. Like, he was like a kicking, screaming, freaking 2-year-old. I mean, I don't know how the team dealt with him. I don't know how the players dealt with him. I mean, seriously. Like, at one point, they tried to get rid of him, and they couldn't. Like, no other team could, or wanted to take him. I found this awesome thing on Google, an old article in 2008 that was written right after he left our team that chronicled how much of a pain in the ass he was and how much the Red Sox, like, loved and hated him and really tried to get rid of him. Like, it talked about serious shit and his stats. But it was, like, crazy. Like, he was called everything from a cancer to, like, whatever. But, yeah. So, supposedly he's trying to, like, come back to us now and maybe work with us. Yeah, interesting. Now that you're worth nothing, you want to come back after you, like, talk all this smack about us, you know? So, listen, AJ Pierzynski, you should take a note of this little chronicle nosedive that Ramirez has kind of taken. Now that you seem to be talking some smack in the media and doing some interesting things, getting in fights, because you really don't want to go down the pathway that Ramirez did. He could have been, like this article said, a legend in his own right. He could have been great, but then he screwed that all up, and he became a jerk. And, you know, did some things that he really shouldn't have, and kind of pissed on his own stats and the people that help him get there. And that's one thing you should never do, is look back on where you came from. So, Pierzynski, watch out, because, you know, you've been a bad boy lately. So, listen, real quick, they changed the lineup again. So, we'll see how that goes. It seems to be working. Other than that, I'm not sure I have anything else to talk about because I'm running out of time and my dog is running out of patience. So listen, that's it for the Wicked Wicked Late Show. I'll see you all later.